Today we're moving on to cones. Instead of finding a volume of a cylinder, we will be doing volume of cones. I'm going to show you how to do a couple examples. You will be doing digits 13-4 today. And then as a reminder again, next week when we see each other again, you will be taking your FAST test. What looks like that picture that I'm showing you in the real world? What types of things are that shape? I've got traffic cone so far in the chat. What else? What else has that shape? An ice cream cone, you betcha. Some of them aren't, some of them are cylinders, but the good ones are all that shape. Stole my idea, someone else said, I'm gonna think ice cream cone. A party hat, yes, party hats are that shape as well. At school, they said a spike, a traffic cone, a snow cone, and an ice cream cone. Yes, all of those things are cones for sure. So be prepared. I'm gonna blow your mind right now. So it looks like a cone, but watch. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, what you got now? You got a cylinder. So if you look at a cylinder, it is made up of 1, 2, 3 cones. If you stick 3 cones together, you will have the shape of a cylinder. And that is why today I'm not doing too many examples, because it's exactly like what you've done the last 2 sessions that we've had together. The only difference is that instead of the formula being the same as it was, V equals pi r squared h, it is V equals pi r squared h divided by 3, because it's a cylinder, but it's only one part of the 3 cones that make a cylinder. That's the only thing that's new today. Everything else is the same, and you'll finish by dividing by 3, and I'll show you in a little bit how to do that on your calculator. So there's your formula. The question help will remind you of the formula. You also could take a picture of that with your phone, but the steps are exactly the same. You first want to notice, does it say pi symbol or does it say 3.14? This particular problem says use the pi symbol. So I'm going to keep the pi symbol. I'm going to replace the r, or the radius, remember that's the circular part, with 5, because that's what's in my picture. I'm going to replace the h, or height, with 12, because that's what's in my picture. And then your last step is to always divide it by 3. All right, so on the calculator, you would start with your radius, and then hit the a squared button. Let me make this a lot larger. And then you would do, oh, I made that too big. And then you would do a times, because that's part of your formula. When you squish it all together, it means times. So you would multiply by, oh, there's a big lag on my computer. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Come on, Desmos. Okay, so then times and 12. And then what you want to do is put a closing parenthesis, and I should have done this at the beginning, beginning parenthesis, and then divided by 3. And it gives me 100. So then I go back here, I type in 100, and then remember the pi symbol. And look right here, there's a pi symbol. If there's a pi symbol, I'm supposed to be putting the pi symbol into my answer. And that's how you do the first couple ones. And then I'm just going to finish with one more. Then there are some that ask you, instead of pi using the symbol, it asks you to use 3.14. But luckily for me, I've already got most of it on my calculator, and I'm just going to adjust. So my radius is 9. My height is 3. I'm going to go back to my calculator and just change the numbers to 9 and 3. So I click, hit the backspace and change that to 9. Hit the backspace and change that to 3. Let me just double check to make sure. Yep. And then on this one, it asks me to use 3.14. So I would just click inside of there and add in the times 3.14. And that way I don't have to hit the divided by 3. I don't have to put the parentheses. I don't have to put the times or the squared. I just change the numbers every single time. I believe this one said nearest hundredth, so I don't have to round. It's 254.34 because that's what it asked for, is the nearest hundredth. And notice that this one does not have the pi symbol down below. If you don't see it, that means you were supposed to use 3.14 and not the pi symbol. And that's it. Everything looks like that, which is exactly what you did the last 2 days, except you're dividing by 3 now.